The world around you melts away, Kenzie, as you find yourself once again in your prison cell, the one you saw before everything you've just been through. In this moment, you can see these metal bars, and these bars, I know you're going to ask this, or at least wondering, they are close enough together so you can't slip through as a mouse folk. You'd guess that they've had to deal with gnomes here or other races that are quite small, or goblins. So the bars are close enough together, and there are horizontal ones to make sure it is not easy to just slip out. You don't have any shackles on your hands or feet right now. You are just sitting on a chair in the middle of a cell. What would you do in this moment? You have a little bit of time to do something.
Do I have any of my stuff on me?
No.
Not even the hook?
Not even the hook.
Oh, damn it. Okay. I guess Kenzie will, try peek out the bars, see, the layout of the area.
You can see that this particular chamber has 6 cells in it. Only 3 have occupants right now. Across from you is Leinara, sitting on a chair, completely still, almost looks just vacant, as this dim light flickers and glows in their eyes. You are in the middle cell on the pretty much you and Leinara are both in the middle cell on your respective walls. When you look across at Leinara to the right, so further into the room, since the door would be on your left, you can see that strange man with the kind of gray eyes, clearly blind, with his hands bound in iron behind his back, and his legs bound as well, who is just sitting there on pretty much the cot in the back. This guy's very pale skin, so he's clearly not from around here. Is there anything else you would do for the next maybe half hour, or right this second you could also do something?
I don't know. No, probably not. Unless, try pick the lock if there's one that she can reach.
Oh, there is one within reach. On your own cell, if you'd like to try and reach around. I would let you try and essentially just climb up the bars, using the horizontal ones to kind of get up higher, to reach around. And as you feel this lock, can I just have sleight of hand?
Yep. 12.
With a 12, you can't feel a hole on this lock.
Oh.
It seems like it's pretty much just the shape of a padlock, except on the far side that you can't see, almost feels like there is a diamond shape, extruded diamond shape that kind of comes to a point in the middle, on the other side. It does not seem like there is a actual hole you could put any sort of tools into to pick this.
Okay.
And if that's all you'd like to do, about 30 minutes would pass, as you can try and scheme of some way to deal with this situation. And I think during that time, you would see Leinara on the opposite side of the room shake violently for a moment, and almost look around, still with that light shimmering in their eyes. Clearly is not seeing reality, and then just almost goes back into that trance. And after this kind of half an hour, 40 minutes, the blind man with his hands bound moves from his chair and gets close to the ground strangely, almost in like kneeling for prayer, but like hands are behind his back. He just kind of gets close to the ground for a moment, and then stands back up, moves to the back corner of his cell. So like on the side closest to Leinara. Is there anything you'd like to do during this time when this is happening?
Probably like yell out, be like, "Hey, what are you like? Are you good? What are you doing?"
You'd see that this guy turns kind of an ear towards you, and then the ground drops out in the back of the prison as you see a cylinder of rock that pretty much hits right into the corner of the room, just slides away out of sight as at least 2 other humanoids move into the room. As you watch as a tall horned humanoid moves across the room, grabs a guard by the back of the neck, and brings a knife to their throat and slices it and holds their mouth as they go to the ground. And with that, the die is cast, and welcome to Spellcheck. I've had to move every person out of the call for the recap because they've been split up enough that I can't successfully do this without spoiling a lot of things for a lot of people. In the last couple episodes, Kenzie and Leinara were arrested, brought to prison where they were subjected to an illusion of either their best memories or a beautiful possible future. While Leinara's vision faltered as something is watching and trying to break into it, Kenzie was able to break out of hers and has now found themselves back in a prison. Meanwhile, Kaerith has attempted the assassination of Malachi Solanima, one of the oligarchs of the city of Sandragara, under the effects of Dominate Person, and failed. And after being tortured, which actually gave him a chance to re-roll that wisdom save, has come back to his senses and is now planning to work with Solanima. Lastly, Roe has been on the run from the police, but with the help of Captain Virgil Clifton, has escaped to the Wealthy Mole Tavern, where some friends allowed Roe into these smugglers' tunnels and a place where she met Jack Springheel, a drug runner who has a bone to pick with our party's enemy, Sergio Heliodor, who is behind this whole mess. And now, with Jack, Roe has recruited Feldspar, a druid, and 2 just apprentice druids who they scared into helping them, to start a prison break. And that is where we will find ourselves now. Could I get Void? Sorry, I was about to say Void and Laz, but I don't think we need Laz to roll yet. Void and Lumi to roll initiative.
What? Okay.
Oh, that was bad. That's an 8.
Alright.
Yikes.
21, I think.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm so glad I have an advantage.
I just rolled for the guards here and they got a natural 1.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
That is
Very, very
unfortunate
nice.
for them. Laz, you can also roll initiative. It just might not come into action yet, depending on how things go.
No, that's fair. Yeah. Okay.
I'll just put your name in parentheses on the initiative list. Technically present.
Physically.
All right. That is the initiative order. As
Okay.
there is currently one more guard in this room. They weren't exactly expecting an attack from behind from a stone wall. So, actually, I just realized there's one more person that needs to roll initiative that I didn't account for, who also rolled in that one.
Oh.
Nice.
The question marks are the prisoner. You just don't know their name.
Oh.
As you guys see, or I guess just Kenzie really, sees this man enter the room, you would also see Roe flutter in through this strange hole in the ground. And as Roe enters the room, you see as the man who just murdered one of these guards takes this rapier and is going to go for an attack on this. Actually, you know what? Not even an attack. This guard is going to need to make a dex save, as this man breathes blue and white fire out of his mouth at this person. And that is a failed dex save. Which is going to do just a little fire damage. Yeah, you watch as this guard takes 22 fire damage.
Oh my god.
Alright, and Kenzie, you're up if you want to do anything. I'm not sure if you really can at the moment.
I don't think I can.
Fair enough. Leinara is also incapacitated at the moment, which is going to bring us to Roe.
I'm gonna use. I've got a use enlarge reduce spell. I'm gonna use that to become half my size.
Alright, it's like 3
And
inches tall.
then, yeah, I'm gonna go towards the guy we don't know and see if she can unlock that. See if she can unlock the key or the lock. Sorry.
As you go up to this lock and inspect it, you can see that this pretty much has a diamond gem built into the front and no hole for a key. And could I just get an Arcana check to figure out how this works?
20. Unnatural 20.
The 20? This is essentially a lock that functions off of a matching crystal that is able to pretty much attune to this and open it. It would be difficult, but you may be able to attune your own magic to it and try and mimic the same magical aura that would be required to open this. It would just be very difficult.
Can I try do that this turn?
Yeah, I'd say you can.
How do I do that?
It'd be just an Arcana check. Or actually, why don't we say spellcasting ability check? So whatever you use for spellcasting, which is charisma, plus proficiency.
What would is the proficiency just my modifier on charisma?
Yeah. It'd be your charisma plus your proficiency bonus, which is right next to it. So +6 total.
Oh. That's another unnatural 20.
Alright. That is the DC to open one of these. As you're barely able to... You can kind of see almost there's different lights within this crystal. And as you move your hands and kind of try to tune to this crystal, you kind of see these sparkles start to ignite and connect within it until the entire crystal lights up and the lock pops open. And this, you went for the cell of the older white dwarvish man who has his hands bound, right?
Yeah.
You see as he quickly moves over to the door and he seems like he is blind, but could still hear that thing opening. Pushes open the door with his foot and moves out into the hall. And if there's anything else you'd like to do, since that would be your main action, let me know.
Is there a way I could try and get rid of his like handcuffs, or?
I don't. Unless, I mean, if you have an idea, go for it. They are essentially like a metal tube behind his back that both of his hands are stuck into, and like it's like latched shut.
Oh.
Like it's like fully covering about like his hands. It is a you could tell they really didn't want this guy getting out of this.
Right. Then I don't think I could.
Yeah. He has also just normal shackles on his feet.
Could I get the shackles off them? Is there like a lock?
There is a normal lock. I would say that it would be its own action though to do that. So if you'd like to do that next turn, you can.
Awesome.
If you want to do Bardic on someone, you can though.
Ooh. Yeah, I'll do Bardic on Kenzie.
Alright, Kenzie now has Bardic Inspiration. This guy who you've just freed, his turn is actually right after yours, and is going to make an attack on this Dwarven guard. As he moves over swiftly towards this guard, he is going to, let's see, how can he, it is definitely going to be a disadvantage, since he is still bound. And so that's going to be a, not quite. You can see as this guy tries to sweep the leg of this other guy, but just can't quite get that mobility with these shackles still on, and doesn't quite connect. I will just say he was only one under hitting him, even with the disadvantage. The guard is going to go next, and use that would be an attack on who you know, Ro, as Jack Spring Heel, and is going to miss him. As you see, Jack just easily moves out of the way of the first attack and out of the second, completely unscathed. And that's the guard's entire turn, before Jack is able to make 2 attacks against the guard, which both hit. And I'll just tell you how much damage this does. That is 24 more damage between these 2 rapier attacks. This guard is looking very beat up already. Kenzie, we're back with you. You are still locked in a cell. Is there anything you'd like to do? If not, we can move on.
Just move on. I can't do anything, so.
Fair enough. Well, you have Bardic Inspiration for when you need it. And we are back to Ro.
Yeah, okay, I think she'll go and can she try and attune to Kenzie's cell next?
Yes, is a DC 20. But yes, you absolutely can.
I got 19!
You can feel like it starts going, and then suddenly it just like, almost like you just like, maybe got just like it slightly wrong, it all goes dark again. As you're unable to open it this turn. Is there anything else you'd like to do before your turn ends for the round?
Can I give Bardic to the other prisoner that we don't know?
Alright, sounds good. And it is his turn. He is going to make an attack. Actually, you know what? I'm going to make him do a strength check, because he actually might be able to accomplish this. It is going to be a high DC though. What's your Bardic die? It's a D6 right now, right? I believe. Oh, it's a D8 now. Okay. Let's
D8.
double check. This might be able to get him over the DC. That is the maximum. That is 8. So I will just tell you, he was shooting for a 30 DC on an athletics check to try and break something. As you see, as he brings his feet apart, the chain between them snaps. As he's going to just brute force through the chain on his feet. He doesn't seem like he really had a point doing that before, since he was locked in a cell with his hand bound anyway, but he needs his... Even though this is a martial artist, he needs at least his feet online for this. And yeah, that was a DC 30, by the way. It took a lot to get him out of that. And now it is going to be the guard's turn again, who is freaking out. And probably isn't going to have a chance to do anything, because he... yeah, he's going to make 2 attacks, because if he tries to move, he's going to take 2 opportunity attacks and die. As he's going to go after Jack again. And miss both attacks again. That 20 AC is paying off. As Jack counters and hits him one more time, which is enough to kill him. As he cuts down the next guy. Next up is Kenzie, who is still stuck in a cell. So we'll move on to Leinara, who's still stuck in a cell. And then we'll move on to Roe.
Okay, well, I suppose I will try and attune again to Kenzie's cell. Oh my gosh, it's not a 20. I don't want to do the maths.
Alright.
But it's not enough.
I'm going to give you during this, and I actually had in my notes to do this at the start, and then I just realized, because there's a lot of high DC things here, and I think it makes sense. You are going to get heroic inspiration for this encounter. You can use it whenever you want. If you want to use it now, you can. If you want to use it later, feel free to save it. And if you don't use it this encounter, you can save it for later. As you are trying to save these people who during the desert journey you did call essentially your newest adopted children, I think that is a pretty darn good time to give you some heroic inspiration.
Yeah, I think can I use it right now and re-roll that?
Absolutely.
Because I think we need to get Kenzie out. Okay, there we go. That's a 23.
Alright, you can attune to this pop, and once again it pops off of this, and it's a little hard to like shake off the door, but Kenzie's able to just like grab it and move it at this point through the bars, and you can get Kenzie into the fight. As the martial artist, the unnamed martial artist, who I will probably have to introduce pretty soon, is going to just kick open the door to the rest of the prison. As you can, I think you guys would be able to see as he kicks it open, there is a guard who is about to open it. There is no window in this door. It seems like he just sensed the guard on the other side and then kicked this door into him. Yep, that is going to do some damage. I'm just gonna lump all his attacks into this one this time. Yeah, you see that guard get knocked prone on the other side. There is another one out there as they are trying to rush in. That does a significant amount of damage, though. Alright, and that means it is the guard's turn. They're actually in a spot where only one can attack at the moment, since they're in a doorway. The back one does not have a way to get through at the moment. Though Jack and this martial artist are both in combat range of this door. He is going to go for an axe attack on the martial artist this time, since he's the one who just kicked the door down, and hit both attacks. You can see it definitely hurts this guy, but not super bad. He's kind of able to evade, and you can definitely see that axe cut into his bare shoulder and chest. I think I've described this for the other two, but I will re-describe it for Roe. This guy is an old dwarvish man, some facial tattoos, very pale skin, clearly from the far south where it's much colder. And he is wearing pretty much just like torn up looking shorts at this point. Like practically like a loincloth, as he just is completely like, this guy's also very muscular and like grizzled looking with a lot of various scars on him, as he is fighting with only his feet right now. And with that, back to Jack, who's going to stab this guard again. Man, this guy doesn't hit it or doesn't miss an attack. As he stabs this guy additionally 2 more times. And looking like that guard is getting pretty beat up as well. Kenzie, you're up.
Is any of Kenzie's stuff here?
Not
Or
in
is
this
it-
room.
Okay. Can I run towards a guard and bite them? That's like the only thing
Yeah,
I can
we'll
do.
count that as an unarmed strike.
Oh, that doesn't. Okay.
Except I'll let you do like 1 damage if you hit, because technically I think you do 0 with your unarmed strike.
Yeah. That's 18 to hit.
18 to hit? Yeah, you absolutely hit him.
Yay.
Yes, you do 1 damage to this person. As you bite into them, like as you like bite this guy, he just shake his leg to get you off as your teeth just dig into him. And we're actually going to briefly go to Leinara. Middle of combat.
Oh dear.
Leinara, can I get an Arcana check?
Okay. That's a 19.
A 19?
Yes.
Alright. I'm not going to tell you if this is fortunately or unfortunately yet, since it is unclear. But something
Okay.
else rolled a 24.
What the fuck?
As you see as the world around you, as currently you stand, just walking back home through the town of Violet Cliff Harbor, as once again you see the few people who are in the streets stop. The torchlight and the lantern light stop flickering, as you see this world contract a little more. And this time, as it resumes, it feels like there are still these dark rifts in the world around you. No one else seems to notice. Everyone else moves on with their day. But when you look up at the sky, there are sections that are just empty. And when you look at the ground, there are like cracks in the ground that are just dark. You can't even see like it's not even like a crevasse where there's like dirt. Like you can't even see the dirt wall. It is just, the moment it goes below the surface, dark.
Oh my god.
And we're going to move on to Roe.
Just to be clear, are all the guards like by the door where you enter the prison?
Yeah, the at least this like wing of the prison, there is 2 guards trying to get through, except they are single file. And Kenzie, the martial artist, and Jack are brutalizing the first person who came through that door.
Okay. I'm gonna mass healing word to my 4 allies.
Sounds good. How much healing is that?
That's 6 healing.
6 healing? Alright.
Does that
That's still
include-
something.
That
Yeah.
does include you are an ally.
Thanks.
And then can I break into Nara's lock as well?
Yes. Give me a check for that.
That is not enough.
Unfortunate. You're able to kind of make some progress on it. It just doesn't quite work. You're still kind of learning how this works. As these locks are very intricate. It seems like these are very difficult for a normal person to pick. I mean, even for you with magical knowledge, this is tricky. You just need more time. Up next is the martial artist, who's going to go for a kick attack on this guard, who is very low health already. And as he's going to flurry of blows, that is going to be 4 consecutive hits. As this guy swings his leg up and hits this guy in the side of the head. Like, brings all the way up to a high kick, slams his head against the door frame, brings his knee up, hits him in the crotch, and then just pushes him down, where he kicks his head again, and you can see his neck rotates in an unnatural way as you hear a snap. And he's going to use his last attack on the next card, as he is going to move through the door frame, as your allies begin to make progress into the larger area of the prison. And that is going to be an additional bit of damage on the next card. And as you watch this martial artist move through this doorway, these runes across the top of the door light up that were carved into the wall. And I'm not going to fully explain that yet, as unfortunately, Jack is not able to get through yet. I would have him help Roe, but he is not really magically inclined. He is going to mainly just try and, he's just going to help action to try and push through this. Kenzie, you're up next.
Can I run ahead? Like, just keep running down the prison to try and find, like, a weapon that Kenzie can use?
Yeah, I'll say there, you can find crossbow bolts on these guards if you want, that are right here, which you could pretty much just use as an improvised weapon, which would be a d4 plus either strength or dexterity.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Alright. You can grab one of these crossbow bolts and prepare to just stab someone with it.
Yeah.
There is a guy, I will say, since you are so small, you can slip through this hallway. You can see that this taller human man with the horns and the strange glowing eyes cannot quite fit past the dwarven martial artist. But I think with your small size, you could if you want to get back in the fight.
Yeah.
If you want, you can make some attacks.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't realize. Yeah, I'll attack the guard, whichever one's closest, if there's...
Yeah, I would also describe, oh wait, I was gonna say I'd let you use crossbow bolts as a light weapon. Oh yeah, you don't have a hand right now. Real shame.
No.
Yeah, what's the roll to hit?
What do I add to it? Or is it just a...
Strength, since it's a melee, unfortunately.
Oh, it's a 7.
So that doesn't quite hit. I don't think that would have worked with dexterity either, to be fair.
No.
As you can try and jab to this guy, you just can't quite get it through this leather armor. It's just like maybe this one's just a little blunt from like a couple uses or something. Someone really got to get some better crossbow bolts. As you try and jab, this guy doesn't quite pierce him. Next up is Roe again. If you keep trying to get this lock open, or if you want to try a different strategy.
Is Kenzie, like, how far away is Kenzie to Roe? Not
15 feet, 20 feet, not far.
Could she, like, slide her spare dagger? Not, like, the one that's just the regular dagger. Can she slide that towards
Yeah,
Kenzie?
definitely the regular one. I was about to ask which one you were gonna give because reasons. Yeah, I'll say
Yeah.
that's just like a free action, to drop an item, since you're not really using it.
Okay.
I'd say Kenzie would have to get it, since I don't think you'd have enough strength to throw it all the way across this distance and like through everyone else's feet and everything else, but without like risking just actually making a throwing attack. So Kenzie might have to move back a couple feet to do that.
She'll
But yeah.
she'll scream out to Kenzie and be like, "Grab this, Kenzie," or whatever, as she does it. And then I guess she's just gonna try and continue with Nara's lock. Sorry, my brain blanked.
Alright.
Okay, that wasn't that one.
Check. That one? Ooh. There's not really major consequences for this. Other than triggering a spell which is already triggered. Maybe out of the corner of your eye you see like the those runes that have been carved into the ceiling and above the door just kind of like flicker again with light. They're already lit up. I'll say with this you could probably deduce that this is some sort of silent alarm system, which is why the guards came running, or at least you can hear more guards running. It seems like some people just heard the commotion of people fighting. But pretty much this place is on high alert now. Like they know something's going down, but they already did.
Okay.
So not really any major consequences for that. If anything, now you know how the prison works. As your allies are going to, let me just roll for the martial artist attacks. I believe that is, how much health does this guard have left? Oh, the guard actually lives, shockingly, but is beat badly, losing a significant amount of health. And we'll see if Jack finishes him off, which I think he might, if he hits both his attacks. Oh, Jack actually misses an attack for once. Okay, guard is still up. Blocking the door. Other guards may be arriving soon if you guys don't start moving quickly. Next up is Kenzie.
Hey, can I grab the dagger then that Roe?
Yes, you would provoke an opportunity attack, but since you are actively underneath another combatant, pretty much, or two other combatants, I would say that if you provoke an opportunity attack, it would be with disadvantage. Though you do have uncanny, or not uncanny, cunning action disengage if you'd like to bonus action.
Would it not, if it's an opportunity attack, would that be a reaction as well? Because I'm mouseling sidestep.
If you mouseling sidestep, I would say it completely negates it, because that gives disadvantage. He already has disadvantage. Let's say double disadvantage. It gets negated. So you can do that as a reaction if you want.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Alright. Yeah, you can grab that dagger. It landed me like 5 feet away. You can run and grab it.
And then I'll run back and stab the guard.
He just sees you disappear between the legs of one of these other combatants and then reappear with a dagger.
Okay, is that just a normal dagger then?
Yep, it would just be a normal dagger.
That is a 21 to hit.
That'll definitely hit him.
Do I get sneak attack?
Yes, you do have allies within 5 feet.
Okay.
Unless you don't consider these guys allies.
If they're with Ro, if they're fighting, they're allies. Hold on. 15.
15 damage. That is
Yep.
enough to kill this guy. As you can
Yes!
slice into his leg while, like, he just, like, glances down, realizes you have a dagger, you slice into his leg, and as he falls, you just see, like, a kick knock him into the wall, as he falls down. As you guys can, together push through. The other guards haven't made it to this hallway yet, so if you'd like to move to the end of the hall, you can. Your stuff is somewhere in this, assumingly.
Yeah.
Alright. Next up is... or would be Leinara. Things are going down over there, so we're not going to pick up that yet. Ro, you're up. Which is...
I don't know what would get this door open other than trying this again.
I would say if you had something that did a lot of acid damage, you could probably melt through the bars.
Oh, okay. But how big is that damage? How big is that sphere of damage?
Let's see, how big is that?
No. It's not gonna pierce the metal though, is it?
I would say acid is particularly effective against metal. I would
Yeah,
say
but
it
the
would
dagger
be
needs to pierce it.
Oh yeah. If you have something that it can pierce, like even like some fabric or something, that would set off the trigger you set. It would be a 10-foot thing. I would say if you throw it at the lock, it is going to mostly get the bars. It may affect Leinara slightly, but it would get the door open. Like, for sure.
I don't think that's a risk that Ro is ready to, is gonna take. Unfortunately.
I mean, you have my permission to do it.
Ro doesn't know that.
Yeah, I don't think Ro wants to do that. I think Ro would not want to potentially hurt Nara. So I am gonna try again and attune to this if I can.
Alright, fair enough.
No, that's not enough again. We'll get you out of there, Nara, at some point.
One of these days.
Yeah.
There's just so much commotion in the hallway right now. It is just very hard to focus on this this process as you just hear the gurgling sounds of people getting like their necks snapped and being stabbed and being pushed into walls. It is just hard to keep your focus on this lock as it just slips away again. Next up, I believe, is the martial artist, who doesn't have an enemy right now, so he's gonna move down the hall. Jack is going to look back. Ro, you got this, right? Pretty much, he's trying to confirm if he's good to move down the hall or if you need backup for whatever you're doing.
Oh yeah, she'll give him a nod.
You see him nod back, and he's going to go down the hall with the other two. Right now there's no guards in combat. There are some on their way. I'll just say it is a matter of time before additional support arrives here. Right now it is just the stationed ones. I'll just say, since it is pretty much the martial artist, then Jack, and then Kenzie, as they can all move through this hallway quickly, they would eventually find their way into an open room. It seems like there's a few doors in the way, which this martial artist is able to just kick hard until the lock snaps on them, letting you guys break through. He actually does have enough attacks per turn to get through multiple doors. As the three of you move out into this next room, it seems like there is a big reinforced door that I'll just say you can guess is the main entrance. Not like you need it. Far side, it looks like is the guard post that the other two just came from. And then to your left would be the main cell block for just a little bit more average prisoners that they aren't detaining for a specific reason. Or I guess, aren't detaining for a particularly important to Heliodor reason. I shouldn't just say not for a specific reason. That just sounds like they just got picked up for no reason. Which way would Kenzie go at this point?
Would Kenzie know where they'd keep, like, would I be able to, like, guess where they'd keep the stuff?
It would probably be the guard post.
Okay, I'll go towards the guard post.
Alright.
I want to get my hook back.
You can see that as the other two enter the room, the human man, who you would not know at this point is named Jack, moves towards the other cell block, and the martial artist is going to go for the same door as you. And in front of you and the martial artist, this door is going to open up as you see that there is a guard captain as well here. Next up would be this would probably be a whole turn to move in here. So we'll give Ro one more try at the log in the meantime.
Yep, we're gonna attune again. Okay, that again does not.
Alright. You would hear from behind you, Ro. What is taking so long? As you can see there is a druidic dwarven man behind you, who you met earlier, Feldspar, who got you in here, and sees what you're dealing with, and sighs, and next turn is going to help you.
Oh, thank you.
Next up would be Jack. No idea where he is. None of the players are near him. Kenzie, you're up. There is a guard, or a guard captain in front of you.
Yeah, I'll try attack him. Slice at the ankles or something. That's an.
All right.
No, that's an 8.
Doesn't quite hit him.
No.
As
Oh wait, can I use Bardic on that?
yes, you can.
Okay. Which one's a D8? That one. That is 13.
13 is not quite enough,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Okay.
As we are going to go back to Ro again. Can I get that check again? This time with advantage, as this druid is helping you. Because he wants to get out of here as fast as possible, and this is already taking longer than he hoped.
Yeah, the first one was a natural 2, and then the second one is a natural 4. So neither of those do anything. Could she ask him to like maybe help just destroy the
Just like
the
break
cell,
it.
like
Yeah.
the
Alright.
bars and stuff. Somehow,
We'll
yeah.
put his initiative right after yours, since he kind of just popped up after your turn. You can see as he puts his staff to the ground and press it down, as you just see that the pretty much a rectangular section of the floor carves away and lowers into the ground as he's going to use his turn to cast Stone Shape. As you can see, these bars are reinforced into the ground as suddenly the ground drops out from under them and just leave them kind of stuck in space, giving you a way underneath. And he is going to look you. You're trying to save this person? If we get in, we can get out?
Yeah, absolutely.
He's going to grab Leinara, just like sling that Leinara's unconscious body over his shoulder, and he's going to start is going to crouch under and start moving towards the exit, as he's pretty much just going to dump Leinara's unconscious body into the slick stone hole as Leinara gets to go down the fun slide.
Well, I get something good.
Can't experience it though.
Next up, no idea where Jack is, so Kenzie up again.
Can I like see if can I look around the room and see if there's any indication of where they're keeping Kenzie's stuff?
You would need to get past this this guard first. If you'd like to try and just like slide between his legs and go for the door, you can.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Alright. That would be an opportunity attack. If you want to cunning action disengage, you can though. Or if you want to do the mousing sidestep thing.
I'll do the mousing sidestep.
Alright, that is going to give him an attack with disadvantage. Jeez. That's a 6 and that one. As you can see, as he brings his axe down to try and bring it down on top of you, the martial artist is going to get a free swing at his head and kick his head hard to the side, stopping him from being able to hit you in time. And do a bit of damage. He actually does max damage that hit. Yeah, shockingly, the people they put in this prison are pretty tough. It's almost like he was in the higher security area for a reason. As you were able to slide between this guy's legs through this door, you can see there are a bunch of essentially these like metal lock boxes. And there are a few weapons on the wall. They're just a bit larger. You can definitely also see a bunch of like keys on a key ring on the wall as well. You have not seen a cell that uses those yet, but there are keys. Seems like they might also go to the lock boxes.
Okay, I'll grab the keys. And yeah.
I'll say it would take an action, but you could try all the keys on these lock boxes. Seems like a lot of them just don't go to the lock boxes at all. It seems one of them unlocks all of them, as you can quickly go through the lock boxes and eventually find your own stuff in one of these.
Yay.
Next up, and I'll say you can use the rest of your turn if you want to put your stuff back on, and you will have your gear again.
Yay. Okay.
Roe, what would you like to do? You are now essentially out of combat if you want to run, or if you want to go join your allies and help them get out of here with whatever they're doing.
Yeah, she's gonna turn to the druid and be like, you can go, but I need to go help everybody else. And then she's gonna oh, or is he already gone?
He'd still be there. He got just dumped Leinara down the tube.
Yeah. Alright, so she'll let him decide what he wants to do, and then she'll go down the corridor.
Alright, I'll say if you want to
Guessing
dash, you could get to the main room and see what's going on, but you'll just be there at the start of next turn.
Yeah.
You'd still have a bonus action if there's anything you want to do with that. If not, we can move on to the martial arts and the guard captain.
Actually, can she Healing word Kenzie. Is she close enough to do that? 60
Yeah,
feet.
I'd say so.
Okay, she's gonna do a second level healing word, and I can't be bothered for the maths, so I will just do this. That's 14 heals.
Nice.
Hit points for Kenzie.
After your turn, you would see this martial artist take multiple swings at the guard captain and actually only hits one this time. As the guard captain takes a hard kick in the side. Next up, the guard captain is going to make attacks on the martial artist. And hit two of them, actually. And you can tell this guy, as he strikes down that axe, there's like a blast of force with it. As this guy is going to take some extra damage to this. He's looking a little more beat up after that. I'll just say he just took 22 damage in those two hits. Yeah, he's not looking as good. He's not bloodied yet, though. Bloodied means half health or lower. Next up would be Jack. Can't see him. Kenzie, your turn. You are currently behind the guard captain.
I will try stab him again with the dagger.
Alright, go for it.
18.
That hits, and since you are within 5... this guy is within 5 feet of an ally. If you want, you can add sneak attack.
Oh, yes! Okay. 15 again.
15. Alright. That is a chunk of his health gone. Next up, we'll actually come back to Leinara. Leinara, in this dreamscape, how does Leinara react to this world suddenly becoming broken with these cracks in it of darkness?
Well, I think, given how much they have figured out, I think they're going to ignore them and keep moving on as if nothing is wrong. They don't want to acknowledge this. They don't. Everything's fine, you know. It's. Yeah, they're just gonna keep walking home and pretend that reality's not physically cracking around them, if it even is reality.
So, in this moment, Leinara, you're trying to stay in this moment, even if maybe there's things they're telling you that it's wrong. Can I get a wisdom save? And this is going the opposite direction. Can I get a wisdom save to stay? And I would just say this is against something else.
Oh shit. Okay.
That I've already rolled. So you just need to do better than whatever I just rolled.
That's an 11.
Well, don't worry, because it is a natural 1 for the other thing. For a total of 21, but it is still a natural 1. Yeah. But it is a natural 1, so that's an auto failure of the other thing.
Okay.
As you are able to block out what you're seeing in your mind, and almost it's like your brain just starts filling in these gaps. You are going to take psychic damage, but your character wouldn't know it.
Okay.
This is definitely not good for you.
No.
This.
No,
As you
it's
take,
not.
I didn't roll as bad as last time. 6.
Okay.
Sorry, 12. My bad.
12.
I just realized I only rolled 2 dice, so I just doubled. It was supposed to be 4.
Yeah.
I just doubled it instead.
Yeah.
I don't want to get out the other dice. Next up, Ro. Seems like there is a guard captain. I will say, this is not the guard captain you know. This is not Clifton. This is what you've honestly never seen in your life.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be.
Yeah,
Is
wanna make
the-
sure that was clear.
Is the other guy fighting? Is he like in front of the guard captain?
Yes, currently. If you want to move to the side though, you could get a view of this guy or attack him.
Okay. Well, she's gonna like shout at them both and be like, "We've got Nara. Let's go." And then yeah, she'll move to the side and cast Scorching Ray.
Alright.
That's a 13.
Where are the other
Is
two
it-
attacks? Scorching Ray actually
Do
fires
I do
3
it-
beams. Actually, are you upcasting this at all, or is this just base level Scorching Ray?
Base level.
Okay, so that is 3 attacks. The first one does not
Okay,
hit.
so that's a 12.
That does not hit either.
That's a nat 20.
That'll hit. As yeah, this guy. I don't. I think he already used his reaction. I believe this round, so he can't even do counter spell.
Gosh. Okay, that's
So
8 damage. 8 fire damage.
all right, that's 8 more off his health bar. He's getting beat by 3 people right now, so he's losing health fast. All right, next up is going to be this martial artist who he's going to speak now that you've actually talked to him. Get the keys. Unlock my hands. And is going to go for multiple more kick attacks on this guy because realistically that's not happening until this guy's down. And he's going to do flurry of blows again. Bring him up to 4 attacks this turn. So roll all at once. That is all hits. I think this guard captain might be going down. Yeah, you see this guard captain get his leg swept. As he's going down, this fighter brings up another knee, kicking his head like back sharply as he like falls practically on it. And then even before he hits the ground, just one more kick to the side of the head, and then a final hit kick right downward on the center of his neck, and you just hear a snap, and he stops moving. As the guard captain is down. Another one bites the dust, I guess. Man, this guy I think has killed nearly every guard he's gotten his hands on, or sorry, feet on so far.
That's good for
I have
us.
been rolling for Jack's success. You would hear commotion as the door to Jack's side of the prison that he was on opens up as you see multiple various scoundrel-looking figures run through the door past where you are, Ro, and down the hallway that you just came in through. As they are followed by Jack, who, as like the door is like swinging, you watch him drop another guard to the ground. You can tell that they that the people he just let loose pretty much just teamed up on these guards and outnumbers them. As there are also scorch marks all over the door and wall from clearly fire breath, as he is going to move into the room. All right, time to go. Is going to start moving. Kenzie, you do have the keys still, and you guys have not collected all the stuff yet from the other room. I'll say a couple of the people run over to that room and try and start grabbing stuff that is theirs. If one of you wants, since you guys are out of combat actually, technically, because there's no guards right now, I'd say you have about a minute before additional people show up. If you want, and I'll let you choose this actually, because who knows how dangerous this guy is. If you'd like to unlock the martial artist's hands, you can. Or if you'd like to have Jack grab Leinara's stuff, you also can. Because he'd do that.
Probably get Leinara's stuff.
Alright.
And can we also unlock the guy's hands at the same
Yeah.
time? Okay, we'll do that.
Why I say you might need Jack to move Leinara's stuff is because you guys don't exactly have the size to pick up all that stuff. So you do need someone a little bit bigger to do that. But yeah, you can unlock
And
his
Jack's a nice
hands.
guy.
You did just do a prison break with him. He's willing to help you get out of here quick.
He's a nice guy. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
totally. He's totally nice. And you can see a couple of people like grab weapons from the fallen guards. As I'll just say, while they're shuffling through, you can see for a moment it looks like the guard captain had a crystal on him that matches the ones on the locks. It seems like he was the one with the thing that would have actually opened that, but it's not like you needed it. And with that, you can all hurry to the slide, which I will now describe for Kenzie, is pretty much a cylindrical, or I guess just a tube carved into the stone that has a slick bottom that people are confusedly sitting down on and sliding down into the darkness.
When they're like headed back to the slide, can Ro ask Kenzie for her? Can I go back?
Oh yeah, Kenzie will just hand it back.
Thank you.
As you guys can slide back down this tube, at the bottom, Kenzie, you would see Leinara is currently being just moved by two young druids. They look maybe like college age. I'm sure there was not more of them at any point in the past. But
Oh no.
you can also see there is an older druid, kind of middle-aged, I'd say. You can see this, the two people who helped you, the martial artist and the human with these strange horns and eyes and these corrupted-looking claws on his hands, who seems extremely fast. And the random people who you have freed. I will just say, Ro, you can tell, Jack does not know some of these people. He just kind of let everyone out while trying to get his people out.
That's expected.
Yeah, you already kind of knew his goals, and having more people get out is kind of aligned with that.
Yeah.
You would see as the middle-aged druid Feldspar is going to quickly change the slide into that rougher surface again, and move up it to start sealing it up, pretty much exactly as it was left. There are no survivors that saw this happen, so he is just going to seal this. And as that stone goes flat against this rough wall, you can see as he intricately moves his staff, as the rocks go back to a natural looking state, as he kind of pretty much manually carves it back into the shape it should be on this wall, and looks back at all of you. Alright, I'm out of here. And you just see Feldspar take off, and the two younger druids like look around, panic, and then just hurry off after him. You can also see a bunch of these thieves start realizing where they are and are going to take off as well. Some of them thanking Jack for helping them. And before we get to anything you guys do right down here, I'm going to go back to Leinara one more time. Or at least one more time before that. Leinara, as you kind of just like force yourself to understand that this is perfectly fine. Everything's great where you are right now. It just feels like something is trying to reach you again. I'm going to need another wisdom save against whatever this thing is. That it has a insane modifier. It's rolled so low every time. Also, you got a 24. You are currently muted. If you're saying
Sorry,
anything,
someone was talking to me.
good.
What did you need?
Wisdom save. DC is 24.
Wisdom save. DC is 20. I can't even get that.
Better get that 20 then.
Oh my god. Okay. Fine. Well, that's an 11 plus 3 is 14.
14?
14.
Those cracks in the world begin to reopen, and you feel the presence of something watching you again. And I need you to make a Constitution save right now, as you feel like you are being dragged out of your reality. It's almost like an out-of-body experience. As what would Leinara be focused on in this moment? As you can see your friend walking in front of you. Turn back. What's wrong? As it almost feels like your vision is getting further away, longer, as you feel yourself try and hold on to this. What would you be focused on?
I think they'd be focused on Tilly, on staying, on not leaving again. Yeah. Just whatever's in front of them.
I'm going to give you, and I'll just say this is against a very high DC. I'm going to give you advantage on this. Yeah. Essentially, when automatically being used heroic inspiration.
Okay. So is this con?
Yes. A con save.
That is a 21 and that's a 5, so 21.
A 21.
Yeah.
That is a fail.
Oh, okay.
As the DC actually was 24 again. I would just say I've been rolling for whenever's doing this, and it is rolled with a plus 20 modifier.
Wait,
4,
what?
a 4, a 1, and a 4.
You got cursed by me, I see.
Yeah, this is what happens in
Welcome to the
Leinara's
club.
mind. You roll one number, and that's all you ever get. As you watch as everything distorts and melts away, as you just almost like this world is sand through your fingers that you just can't quite hold on to, as it all goes black. And you feel the presence of something powerful that you just haven't felt before, but maybe you have. Can I get a wisdom save? I'm just making Leinara do just saving throws over and over.
Yeah, no, the last two
This is
sessions have
rough.
just been saves.
Yeah.
It is. Not to mention like the emotional ouch and good grief, that's a 7.
7? Okay, you're taking some psychic damage to this.
Great.
As you take 5 psychic damage, you can feel these purple eyes watching you from the darkness, and suddenly it almost feels like claws closing in around you from all sides, as suddenly like as if this like darkness is actively grabbing you and dragging you down into it. You awaken, and you are in a cave with a bunch of people you've never met, and Kenzie and Roe.
Yeah, so Leinara's gonna scream.
A lot of memories come back to you in this moment. As I think it would become
Yes!
quickly, you'd start to feel like what you just had was a dream rather than the other way around.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like this warrants it. Like, this is like a moment where I think this warrants a scream.
Yeah, you can just see like all of these like various scoundrels look over at you, just confused. A scary looking man who looks like a human with tiny horns, these blue glowing slitted eyes, black veins on one side of his face, and these like blackened hands with claws, looks down at you. What's their problem?
Yeah, so that's gonna freak Leinara out again. They're just gonna scream in his face again.
Ro's gonna fly over as quickly as possible and be like, Nara, it's okay. It's okay, Nara.
What? Where?
It's okay.
Ro?
Yeah, you're okay.
What? Who the hell is this?
A friend.
Okay.
You see the clawed hand like reach down to you. Nice to meet you. Name's Jack Springheel.
Leinara? Where's Kaerith? Is he here?
And I
No,
think that is a perfect
he's-
time to cut over to game. So I think it makes the most sense that we cut past you actually like telling your new friend Malachi Solanima about what you've been up to.
Yep.
What would you tell him? What would you change? Or actually, don't tell. I guess if you're gonna tell him most things, you can just say that. If there is anything specific you want to change or leave out or add that wasn't part of it, let me know that pretty much.
Let me think. No, nothing.
Right, so you tell him the
I
whole
don't
story.
want to
Do you
change
tell him
anything.
about what charges Heliodor had you guys on about the caravan or no?
Nope.
Okay, so you don't tell him about that part.
I
What
don't
do
tell him
you
about
say
the-
instead then as what charges he could even get you guys on? Or do you just completely leave that out and just like, he arrested my friends, I don't know what happened?
Trespassing.
Cool. I just have a deception check
Okay.
against an archdruid's insight.
And I'm not kidding, that's 16, but I do not believe I have... Oh, 18.
18? Cool.
Mhm.
He definitely knows you're lying. But you can tell he probably has his own ways to verify your criminal records, and he's going to not press the subject right now. Because that would not be advantageous at the moment. He is going to bring you to a temple deep beneath the earth. This is where you kind of would have met for this. But this is a huge, beautiful hall, carved from crystals and stone. These very pillars seem to have been taken almost like a core sample out of a geode, where parts of the pillars integrated into the stone are these crystals, and some of them have even been left like so they are kind of like sprouting out of the pillars slightly. On a few like unique spots, but most of them have been like given this beautiful slick sheen. There is gold ore as parts of the walls. This is a gorgeous place, and inside there is this kind of like altar with these like standing stones in the middle. This is actually, can I get a religion check real quick? I think would be a good way to do this.
Yeah, of course. Oh my god, it's Bug Lady. That's a 16 plus my religion modifier, which is... What's 16 plus 7? 23.
23. With a 23, you can tell this is a temple to Krotha. Not only is this a temple to Krotha, but this is the Garin Temple of Krotha, which is the largest in the world. Some gods actually would appear most frequently at a specific temple. Krotha was not one who usually showed up, outside of maybe certain caverns which she would emerge within and then disappear again. But pretty much this is a place where, meditating in the middle of these standing stones, you could try and communicate with the goddess. And anywhere in the world, this is probably the nicest temple to this god. Of the earth. I don't actually know if I've properly said Krotha is the goddess of the earth. I know I've told the players, but I don't think I've actually made that known properly yet. As you're here, is there anything you would like to communicate to Solanima? Ask him. He would mainly be trying to figure out what Heliodor's plan is. And he would definitely have some things he would want to tell you after this and inform you of. But is there anything in particular you want to ask him before he gets to that?
Well, taking into consideration prior events regarding what happened at the banquet at the event, Kaerith's mind is someone else for now, and he, although he really appreciates this sanctuary of this goddess, this place, Kaerith just cannot think of it as an importance right now, and actually someone else is on his mind right now.
Do you want to ask about Solaria then?
Yes, that.
Okay. He just like left off, so I'm like, is that what we're asking about? Okay, I just want to double check. How would you ask him about this? Would you like give him how would you want to phrase this, I guess?
I would just ask him if he knows of Celeria or Odyssey and where she could be right now.
He thinks for a moment. I have met the Odysseys before. Relic dealers. Right.
Yeah.
I know 2 of them were at the gala last night. Might I inquire why you ask?
He's a dear friend of mine. As Kaerith's face softens when he says that.
Are they in danger? Are they in danger as well?
Who knows what Heliodor is up for, but I just want to know. I just want to see her again.
Is your connection to this person known?
I hope she remembers me.
No, I mean to Heliodor, not. I would assume that if you're friends with a person, as you described it, dear friends, I would assume she knows who you are. It would be very worrying if not.
Unless the telepathy link, unless with the telepathy link I had with him while I was under his spell could also give him access to my memories and my mind, I really doubt that he knows I'm connected to this.
Can I get an Arcana check?
Yep. And that's a... What's that? Hold on, that's really hard to read. Oh, that's a 16 plus 4, 20.
With a 20, you would know that under the effects of the Dominate Person spell, you cannot you cannot have your mind read by Heliodor under Dominate Person. That would be a different spell. So you guess he does not know things from your mind.
Okay. Okay.
Is there anything else you would want to inquire about before you move on? He definitely knows who this is. I'll probably just communicate a couple points to you about this, and then I can see if you have any other questions. But he knows of them. He probably knows where they live, and also seems like he is worried about you being seen by anyone associated with Heliodor right now. And he would inform you that they actually frequently sell, or have been recently selling relics to the Heliodor family.
He cares about me.
He, to be honest, he doesn't seem that fond of you. It more just seems like he has a plan, and if you get seen by Heliodor, it will mess it up.
Fuck. I'll just look into his eyes as he says this in the lore. Can I at least have their address?
Not yet. We have work to do first. I would say you can see as you look at his eyes, you can see this is a man who has now realized that you want something from him, and is about to be very transactional about this.
Wow. Wish you could be like this when we first met.
As you guys talk, he would explain a plan, or actually you have friends who are locked up, and one who I have not found any records of the arrest of your third compatriot, and if you can get to them, then we can begin to make a move against Heliodor, and when Heliodor is dealt with permanently, I'll make sure you see your friend. Alright? Now, until then, you'll put her in danger if you go near her.
Kaerith just looks down, Handy understands, and he did this for over a long period of time, doing stuff for any hope to see her. He can do it in the last couple of meters of the race as well.
And one final thing. You said Heliodor is part of this new Phoenix Conclave. What do they want with this city, then? What are they after here?
My best guess is probably first of all, power inside the city, its wealth, its just connection to the earth goddess. It's having Heliodor inside the cult, and Heliodor currently being one of the main leaders does really put a huge political trouble on this city, and it might turn in another Garen Hall situation soon if Heliodor isn't dealt with fast.
You said they would wonder for its connection to Kaerith. Why would a newfangled religion like this? They don't even believe in these old gods being anyone who should be listened to. Why would they even care about any sort of connection to one of the old gods? I mean, this is the place. Kaerith slumbers deep beneath. There is no place to connect to the earth goddess more than here. But I don't see why they would care about that if they are doing their own thing with their false god.
And the false god, in quotations, is leading this. I do believe he wants to first of all eradicate any opposition of a pantheon in his lead. Hence why I said for its connection to the earth goddess.
Well then, you believe the Earth Goddess herself to be a threat?
I cannot say this. I have never met the Earth Goddess. I do not know her intentions. As
She slumbers deep beneath. I can connect to her powers, but she has been dormant for quite some time. If they do intend to reach her deep beneath, then she will be unguarded by much more than her elementals. I do not believe that they would be able to best her, but I shall not risk it. I will help you find your compatriots, and while I deal with the fallout of you and your allies' chicanery up on the surface, you will descend.
And with that, I think that's a good place to end the episode. So thank you, everyone, for watching. And we will see you in a future episode. Bye, everyone.